Oh, hello, 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 Danny.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, you stay in that crate. Stop trying to inch your way out. I am so sorry. Like, she has been playing with my emotions all night tonight.
Mm.
Like, she's slowly creeping her paws out of the crate, and like, she thinks she's being sneaky, except I can hear her claws hit the wood floor, and I'm like, girl, I can hear you. Like, you can't be sneaky about that shit. But anyways, that's how my night is going, Danny. How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
We've got some. We've got. So I actually have. I pulled up a bunch of topics because there's actually a bunch that are really good to talk about. Um, I don't know how much stuff you got.
Oh, I don't actually have a whole lot this week.
You know what? Cool. Then that's fine. I have like a bunch of smaller topics, so we could just like blast right through them. If that's
Yeah.
cool with you.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah.
What's the first one I wanted to do? Um, let's do this one. Xbox Game Pass is bringing some new games.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, they are.
yeah, they are bringing in, supposedly, after a successful deal between Microsoft and Blizzard, they are bringing in the Spyro Reignited trilogy. So it would be that is the three Spyro remake games, and then there is speculations if it does well when it gets brought to Game Pass that a Spyro 4 will get made. Now I don't know how much Spyro you've played, Danny, but I played a lot of Spyro on the Game Boy Advance. So
Pretty solid games.
yeah, and I think the remakes actually were really, really good. Like they did a really good job with the graphics. Like a phenomenal job with the graphics. They absolutely knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, very well done.
Yeah, because old Spyro used to be like 32-bit on the Game Boy, like 32, 64-bit on the Game Boy Advance. Dear God, it was awful. So that was cool. That's one of the first ones that I saw was the Spyro trilogy coming or possibly coming after the deal. Let's see, what's the next one? Um, Multiverses got relaunched.
Yeah, that's.
I personally think it's still a garbage game.
It's just because they didn't really support it. Like everyone that played it loved it because like it had everything that people wanted from a fighting game. The problem was they just kind of did a few updates to it and then kind of just didn't.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. But supposedly they're promising new netcodes, smoother gameplay, the new launch or the relaunch on May 28th because they gave us a date for it, is going to be bringing the Unreal Engine 5 graphics, which is
Oh,
pretty insane.
oh yeah, it's a lot of things have been doing that now where they're updating their game engines, which fair enough.
Yeah, so they're promising smoother connections for players, a new Unreal Engine Unreal Engine 5 graphics, character overhauls, which is interesting. So I guess characters will get new modes or get new abilities and stuff, and a PvE mode with unique rewards. So that's cool. Kind of reminds me of like old school Melee
Yeah,
with like the old leveling system that they had. Which I'm still forever going to say, and this is probably still nostalgia talking. I think Melee is still the best Smash game ever made. Like
Melee's just really good from a core perspective.
it's
The
really hard
gameplay
to
itself is
beat.
solid. It's it's just there's nothing in it that's like okay this is too strong or this is not strong enough. It's just like everything's kind of pretty well balanced for the most part.
Yeah, other than Fox. Other than
A
Fox.
lot of people say that about Ganon and Captain Falcon.
Oh, well, Captain... the problem about Captain Falcon in Melee is, like, he wasn't OP when people first played him because they couldn't figure out all the combos for him because he was kind of slow and sluggish for what he was. And then people just realized you can't play him like one of the heavies. You can't play him like a DK or a Bowser. You have to play him like... oh, fuck. Who do they recommend? Who do they say you had to play Captain Falcon like? I think they said that you had to play him a lot like in the way that it regards into like you have to play him like Ness and Mr. Game and Watch.
Yeah.
Because you have to watch. It's all about your zone, right? Like there's so many other characters that can just ignore your zone. Captain Falcon has to be in a specific zone, and if you just let him be in that zone, you just don't get to play the game. Which is fine, because don't fucking let him play the game. Like, but yeah, no, I think Smash Melee is still the best Smash game ever created, hands down, by far. I mean, also, the stages, like, the OG Iconics, right? Because I'm pretty sure Melee is the one that brought I think it's Final Showdown, I think is the name of the stage. It's the stage where you fight the giant hand.
Your Final Destination.
Final Destination, yeah, right. That's the OG classic 1v1 stage. Like the OG.
Flat, there's nothing there. It's just a stage.
Other than that, and Kirby's Dream Land stage with like the little edged corners on the sides. That one's classic. And then Hyrule, the massive fucking map that was the Hyrule map. That one's fucking OG.
They've got so many good maps.
And the soundtracks for all of the maps, too.
Yep.
The soundtracks were just bangers. I mean, Nintendo. It's fucking Nintendo Orchestra. Like, it's really hard to beat their fucking music. Like, we can fault Nintendo for a lot of shit. I've never heard a Nintendo soundtrack that sucked. I mean, if you have one that has sucked, please tell me. Because I've never heard a Nintendo soundtrack that sucked.
No, they've done a great job with all of them.
Nope. Moving on, we've got... So this one's kind of a little odd, because I never really played the games. Pardon me while I hit my nicotine stick. But Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remasters are getting a second update to fix bugs. And I know a lot of people were happy when they brought back the remasters, even though, I'm going to be honest, the graphics are still really bad. I mean, they're outdated.
Actually, that's kind of why people really liked them, because they didn't really do a whole lot to the graphics. They just tightened up the gameplay.
Which, in all fairness, is... I mean, yeah, I guess a lot of... I mean, also, like, the fact that... what's the fucking main character's name from Tomb Raider? Oh, my fucking god.
Lara Croft.
Lara Croft. Yeah. I remember the memes of Tomb Raider 1 through 3, how she's got, like, the most massive tits in all of fucking gaming. Like, I remember when they first did, like, the new Tomb Raider series, when, like, they took that large gap and then made the new ones, and the first thing that people saw were, is she gonna have big titties? And then when she had moderately sized breasts, people were like, why? And I'm like, you know, canonically, they're not that, like, she's still, like, they actually do state in, like, the lore that, like, they're not that large. The games they just missized them in the games, and they just went with the same fucking character model for all three games. That's why all three games look the exact fucking same. Like, there's literally, like, no changes other than that. But, I mean, it's whatever. Like, hey, you know what? Tomb Raider fans, y'all are getting another update. Now, these are the two that I actually really do want to go a little bit more into depth about, as these two are a little bit more close to heart for me. One of them is a little bit awkward because it's close to heart, like, personally, not game-wise. we'll start with the other one, which is at a tournament. I believe this was a was this a tournament in Japan. Well, all I know is that this was in. The only thing that I can assume is that this was an Eastern tournament, and basically at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament,
is it the one I'm thinking of?
The female competitor left because the smell was so fucking bad. Yeah, and I think you and I can both kind of attest to this. Go fucking shower, you rats!
Yep.
Please! Brother! My brothers in Christ! I don't care if you're playing the most overpowered busted shit. I'm not playing. But fucking take a shower, dude! Come on! And again, this is a situation where, because of another problem, and they bring in a lot of good points of a lot of these conventions are not prepped to deal with such things, and conventions and / tournaments have not been strict on the rule guides because is it Hasbro that runs, or is it Hasbro or Konami that runs the tournaments for Yu-Gi-Oh?
I think it's Konami.
Yeah. So Konami states that they encourage for people to have better hygiene before coming to the tournaments, but nobody fucking listens. And I'm like, bro, you literally lost an active competitor now because of this. Now, I don't know where she's in on the rankings. She could be a really high-ranking player. She could be a lower-ranking player. I don't think that really matters at this point.
Like, realistically, from what I've seen from reading around and looking around at different sources, it is in the rules that you are supposed to have good hygiene or you will be disqualified. The question is, was it the competitors or just everyone in attendance?
Yeah, well, and that's one of the issues that I have is because a lot of these tournaments aren't being held in well-ventilated areas. Because as we all know, convention centers get hot. Like, they get incredibly hot. And as a reminder, a lot of these convention centers are decades old. And a lot of them have not been updated. And now, mind you, I am kind of speaking primarily about the American and the Western side of things. Now, Europe may be something completely different, but here in America, the convention centers that we have been around for decades. And they rarely get updated. Like, ever.
As well as, like, when they were built as cheaply as possible while also maintaining building code.
Yeah, it's literally a walking OSHA violation if you actually break it down. It's like, wow, these air vents really don't do anything. Like, they're so fucking small, they just don't do shit. And it's crazy, because it's like, first of all, like, if you were not leaving the house for a day, it's like, okay, like, I'm not leaving the house, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not seeing anybody. Like, if, for example, right, if you work a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, you're going to shower every single one of those days, right? Like, I work I used to work a general 9 to 5. Well, different hours, but it equates to an 8-hour shift a day, right?
Yeah.
I shower before all of my shifts because I don't want to smell like shit to my coworkers. Because, number one, I'm doing them a disservice now, and I don't want to be the one to take the blame on that, right? But when I come home on Friday, like, I wake up on Saturday, I may not shower because I'm not seeing anybody. Like, I'm going to lounge around in sleepwear all day and play video games because it's my day off.
Yeah.
That's fine. But if you're going to go out in public for longer than, hey, I'm running to the convenience store to grab a Gatorade and then immediately run home to be a hermit, like, if you're going to pardon me, if you're going to the store, if you're going shopping in general, if you're going out to go see friends, if you're going to a tournament, please do yourself and others the service of just practicing better hygiene. Now, if you do practice better hygiene, good on you. because this is not just a them fault. This is also the convention center's fault. Because I've been reading several of the articles about it, is that they're not equipped to deal with people actively sweating because of how hot the convention centers get, because of just the raw amount of body heat being released.
Yep.
And that's a massive problem. And I'm like, because it's not just the fact of like, you know, people could be, you know, performing better hygiene, but everybody sweats. Everybody sweats. And nobody smells good when they sweat. I don't care how much fucking Old Spice you put on. You still smell like shit when you sweat. Like, and that's a problem that I think that tournaments, and especially handlers of tournaments and players of said tournaments need to understand, is that the convention centers also need to be updated. Because it's a double-edged sword. It's not just the players, it's also the convention centers and where the tournaments are being held. Sorry, I've been going on for like half a minute. If you got anything to go on, please let him have it, Danny. I want to hear it.
No, it's basically just that. It's like we are in 2024 right now, and people are not showering in tournaments. Like, hello?
Like, this shit might have flown in the 90s and the early 2000s, but my G, it's 2024. You own a shower.
It's like, even then, like, if you're staying at a hotel near the, like, location of the tournament, they probably have a pretty good shower now. Like, they have fairly stricter standards now.
See, hotels in the Midwest would like to state otherwise, but and I don't say that to spite you, Danny, because I lived in the Midwest for 10 years. I have seen some of those hotels.
Oh yeah, no, some of them are bad. Like,
oh my god, some of them are awful. Oh my god.
After the whole bed bug incident.
Oh my god, yeah. When hotels were getting just railed by fucking customers, like, first of all, why is there mold everywhere?
Yep.
And then a lot of the hotels that were built in the 60s and 70s, who are notorious for violating OSHA, and then you would tear down the walls and see nothing but asbestos.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a real common occurrence in the Midwest. There are still houses now that have asbestos. I went to... So this is really funny, Danny, because I need to tell you this story, and I want everybody on YouTube to know this. So, in high school, okay, my freshman year of high school. Nia, go to your house. Go house. My freshman year of high school, I went to a high school with 228 students total. That's not one grade, that is total. Between 9th through 12th, 228 students when I was a freshman, right? I was living in the Midwest in a podunk town in the tri-state area. For those of you who watch this who understand where I'm getting at with this, you may know some of those towns in the area. When I was there, my homeroom class was held in the old section of the high school because they were currently updating half the high school on one. They would update the high school on one side, and then they would swap classrooms, and then they would update the high school on the other side. So my homeroom class was held on the far side in the old section. So in the middle of the year, they started doing renovations, and they pulled up all the old tile from the high school, from my homeroom. So we walked in one day, me and like all the kids from my homeroom, because it's a mixture of 9 through 12. And we see that all the tiles had been removed and it was left with bare concrete, and we were so lost of like, why is there no tiles on the floor? And our homeroom teacher came in and was like, yeah, no, they removed the tiles because they found the entirety of the floor had asbestos underneath. And that was every classroom in the old section of the high school had asbestos underneath. Like, that's how fucked it was. And I'm like, so we actively held homeroom every Friday morning in a mold-ridden classroom. Yeah, that's not going to bring up terrible lawsuit in like 10 to 15 years time when half the people are sick. Like, it's fucked. And it's just, oh my god. Oh, no, yeah, thank God for newer standards for hotels, but man, some of those older hotels really need to be condemned and just rebuilt.
Oh, they really do.
Yeah, there's some really bad ones. There's some really, and it's worse when it's all the mom and pop hotels. Those are the worst ones in my opinion. Because like all of like the name brand hotels have an actual like HR that you can contact about specific things and like customer complaints support. You go to a mom and pop like hotel, like there's no pool, there's like no luxuries at all. It is just like this like a mini strip of just rooms. And you pull up right in front of the room, you walk in, you spend the night, you check out, you leave the next day. Like that's it. You're there for like one night. Those hotels are by far the fucking worst because they've been in the family for like 40 to 50 years being ran by like generation after generation after generation who never fixed it. And it's so bad because you can tell which mom and pop hotels got updated because they look a lot nicer and they don't have 70s wallpaper.
Yep. And like again, like the chain ones, they run the threat of being turned into triple B. So they have standards to meet.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, and obviously there's a hierarchy of other hotels. Like, there are certain hotels that I personally will not go to, but there's other hotels that I will go to. Like, what is it? Holiday Inn Expresses.
Yep.
Holiday Inns have always been kind to me and my family. But Holiday Inn Expresses specifically, because there is a general difference between the two. Because,
there are.
yeah, for those of you that don't know what the difference is that a Holiday Inn by itself is just the standard semi-luxury hotel. Holiday Inn Express is a hotel chain, is a hotel part of Holiday Inn that is designed for last-minute check-ins at random times, shit like that. Like, they cover 24/7, 365. Like, they are always fucking open, no matter what. They're like Waffle House. Like, Holiday Inn Expresses will take you in no matter what. Like, hey, we're coming in like 3 hours late. Just giving you guys a call. Perfect. We'll have someone will be at the front desk ready to check you guys in. Like, Holiday Inn Express has always taken care of my family, and because of that, I will always, if there is a Holiday Inn Express, I will always go to them. Econo Lodge is another one. I've always had good experiences at Econo Lodge. I know some people haven't. I've just been lucky enough to have good experiences with them. So, I mean, what's a hotel brand that you always recommend, Danny?
I was gonna say Holiday Inn Express. We haven't had any bad experiences there. Honestly,
it's so hard. Also, their continental breakfast, this shit is good. Their continental breakfast is baller. Nia, can I, babies, go. House. I will take you out after I finish this recording. Sorry, babies. For those of you on YouTube, I'm sorry. My dog likes to pester me. Moving on to the last topic, Danny, because this is the perfect segue. So remember how I was talking about Waffle Houses?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen the Twitter talk of the producer from Tekken 8.
Yep.
So for those of you that don't know, on Twitter recently, the producer of Tekken 8 has been asking why people have been telling him to create a stage that has a Waffle House, that it's the parking lot of a Waffle House, and they're like, and he pulled up, hold on, I have to find the exact tweet, because the tweet itself, is so fucking gold, because he genuinely doesn't know. They genuinely don't know why people are so fascinated by this Waffle House. Hold on. Tekken 8 producer tweets asking about Waffle House. So, a while back, Katsuhiro Harada posted a tweet that stated, and this was a retweet off of somebody, because someone asked, "Hey, Mr. Harada, can you please add this stage to Tekken 8?" And it was just a fucking Waffle House. It was a Waffle House parking lot. And he responded with, "Okay, I will only ask once about this request. Why do some communities send me requests for Waffle House? Please be sure to explain the basis for the request, including the original story, history, and background. I look forward to an explanation from someone who knows more." Because he has no idea about American Waffle House. And I think that this is the most pure-hearted thing that so many fucking people responded to him with, "Please make Waffle House a playable stage in Tekken 8. That he had to make a post about it on fucking Twitter. And this was on the 30th of March, so this was roughly about 2 weeks ago. And then I saw this article, Danny. Tekken 8 producer impressed with Waffle House stage in Roblox.
That is so funny.
So apparently, a kid decided to make a mock-up of what the Waffle House Tekken 8 stage would look like in Roblox, which Harada was actually incredibly impressed by. And I will read this paragraph here. Tekken 8 fans have been requesting a stage based on Waffle House for a while, stemming from the American diner's reputation of having rowdy customers. Having rowdy customers is a real generous way of saying it, Gamerant. The reputation has continued to perpetuate due to viral videos being shared of customers brawling with employees on the premises. While some of these requests are made in jest, others are wholeheartedly enthusiastic about the idea. While Harada has said no to the idea already, this hasn't stopped some fans from bringing the idea to life themselves. And then someone made... someone made a tweet that's saying, captioned, "Doing what Tekken won't, Waffle House stage," in response to Harada's statement about the issues with the Waffle House. And the tweet was enough to get the attention of Katsuhiro Harada, who replied to the tweet with a simple "impressionante." For those of you that want to look it up, just type in hashtag Tekken, hashtag Roblox, hashtag RTC. And you will find the Roblox. Now, the stage is actually inside the Waffle House. It's not the parking lot. It's inside the Waffle House, which I think is fucking hysterical. And Harada stated that he would actually love to do the Waffle House stage. The only issue is he has to get approval from the Waffle House company to use their logo, because that's a big thing, right? Waffle House is a trademark here for those of you that are across the seas. Waffle House is a breakfast diner that's open 24/7, 365. That bitch will not fucking close unless it is a natural disaster. Waffle House is infamous, specifically in the South, right? Because you will not find it anywhere north of the Mason-Dixon line. For those of you that are wondering where the Mason-Dixon line is, on the East Coast, there are 2 states, Maryland and Pennsylvania. The Mason-Dixon line is literally what separates those 2 states. If you trace that all the way across the U.S., congratulations, that is the Mason-Dixon line. That basically, for those of you that were wondering exactly what the Mason-Dixon line is, it's just an old Civil War thing, like basically figuring out which side was the Union and which side was the Confederacy. It's long story short, basically. That's the best way to determine it. Everything south was a Confederate state other than Maryland, which even then, at the time, was still really red. But we're not here for a history lesson. We're here to talk about Tekken and Waffle House. But Harada says that if they do get it, that they could possibly make a Waffle House stage. Because he states that there are two problems with the Waffle House stage. Number one, the trademark for Waffle House. Like, getting Waffle House to agree to it, which, in all fairness, I genuinely think that the CEO of Waffle House knows and understands what it's like to have the reputation of what your company is, and I don't think they would give a shit. Because I think to the Waffle House CEO, that is free publicity. Because, I mean, come on, you literally let employees just openly fight over a crack pipe. Like, come on. The other issue is that Tekken is also really big in Europe. And Europeans have no fucking idea what Waffle House is. Because it is a strictly American thing. But I think that if they ever got the chance, like if Waffle House gave them the trademark and Harada got the go-ahead, I think he would absolutely make because he's heard enough of the story of Waffle House. I think he would absolutely 100% be down to make a Waffle House, well, that's part of a bone, make a Waffle House stage.
Yep.
I mean, I want to hear your thoughts about it, Danny, because I've been ranting on these.
No, Harada is absolutely the kind of guy that would do that. 100%. Harada's the kind of guy that would do that.
Harada's a G. Harada's a real G, dude. Like, he's there for the players.
Honestly, the way that he acts, he almost acts like he literally just walked out of the game himself. And there's a 50-50 chance every single game that he is potentially a fightable character in a storyline.
I know, I'm waiting for when they actually put in Harada into a Tekken 8. I think it would take him actually dying for them to put Harada in. Which is a shame, because I would love to see him in a game while he's alive. Because I think the players would go absolutely fucking ballistic for it.
They absolutely would.
Now, here's the question though, Danny. If we did get Harada as a playable character in Tekken, what would his moveset be? What would be his shtick? Because there's a lot of things to choose from.
I think he's just a straight up brawler, to be honest.
Oh yeah, kind of like I feel like it would be a little bit weird because he wouldn't be like the main characters. He'd be like a mixture of like, because he's not that large of a dude.
No.
Honestly, hot take. Other than like the grappling, I think he'd fight a lot like King would.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair, honestly.
Yeah. Like, that would be super fucking dope to see Harada fucking in fucking Tekken. I also can't believe that enough fucking people, like, and I cannot stress this enough, that enough people messaged Harada on Twitter and said, please make a Waffle House stage. And he went, what is the lore? Hold on, let me read the tweet again. Please be sure to explain the basis for the request, including the original story, history, and background. Like, he legit asked the internet, why am I putting Waffle House in Tekken? Like, he asked for a legitimate fucking explanation. And it fucking kills me every time I see this tweet, Danny. Every fucking time. I'm actually going to bookmark it too, because that's a tweet of all time to me. The first comment, though, I have to read the first comment for you, Danny, before we move on to your topics here. Is someone posted, in the days of Rome, heroes were forged in the arena. Today we carry the torch of Rome, but we no longer have arenas. Glorious combat is to be had at Waffle Houses. We literally measure a storm's intensity by the Waffle House Index. They are that vital to our communities. Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Oh.
So another one posted, Waffle House is a U.S. chain restaurant that culturally is heavily associated with brawling because the employees are trained to defend themselves because the clientele are inexplicably predisposed to fighting each other or the staff. And then someone just posted, only place I've seen a perfect parry IRL, and it's a girl who has a metal Waffle House chair thrown at her, and she backhands it away. It's that plus the video of her backhanding it. Like, the comments are absolute fucking bangers. Danny, when you get the chance, please go to the fucking tweet and just look at the fucking comments. They're so fucking good. Oh my fucking god. Do you need me to send you the link?
I think I have it somewhere.
Oh, and yeah, and then there's literally someone posted the Waffle House Emergency Index. Because, you know what? If we're going to talk about the lore of Waffle House, we got to do it. For those of you not here in the United States, the Waffle House Index is basically how fucked you are on a scale of green, yellow, and red. Okay? So, I will read the comment that came with the Waffle House Index. And this is the official index of what is actually posted by Waffle House themselves. Waffle House posted this shit. Someone said, Harada-san, I see everyone talking about the fights. However, what they won't tell you is about the Waffle House Emergency Protocol. Waffle House is also known for being the only establishment to remain open in emergencies. This guide is known as the Waffle House Index. The Waffle House Index is an informal metric named after the restaurant chain to determine the effect of a storm and the likely scale of assistance required for disaster recovery. If it is green, full menu, the restaurant sustained little or no damage, and it still has full power. Yellow, limited menu, the restaurant is running out of food or it has limited power. And red, the Waffle House is closed completely. Now, for all of my non-Americans, the only reason a Waffle House ever goes red is because of a natural disaster. Okay? Now, for those of you that are watching, Waffle House was primarily located in the South. And there's a certain state that is known for doing crazy shit, known as Florida. There is a lot of Waffle Houses in Florida. If a hurricane is a Category 3 or below, and again, mind you, a Category 3, that is over 40 mile per hour, what is it, 40 mile per hour gusts? 50 mile per hour gusts? Winds, I believe? A Waffle House will stay open in a Category 3 hurricane.
It is 111 to 129 mile per hour winds.
Thank you. I had no idea what the numbers are. Yeah. Over 100 mile per hour winds in a Category 3 hurricane, a Waffle House will stay open. If a Waffle House shuts down, that means you need to leave. Because that means you will probably fucking die otherwise. Like, that is how seriously the South takes Waffle House. Because the Waffle Houses do not close for anybody. And I mean anybody or anything other than a natural disaster of that scale.
Yep.
Like, that is insane. Also, I hope you're seeing these comments on the video on the tweet, Danny. Because they're fucking golden. But yeah, no. So, I want to see a Waffle House stage in Tekken 8. It's probably never going to happen, but it would be super fucking dope to do so. So, alright, I've gotten to talk about all the fun stuff I wanted to talk about. Danny, what you got for me today?
So, aside from those that I saw a little bit, the main thing that I have been looking at is dev insights and stuff that were released this week after the wonderful drop of Into the Light.
Which, by the way, for those of you that don't know, I streamed, and I believe you streamed recently, Danny, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, we both recently streamed the new season. Well, I'm going to put that in quotation marks because it's technically still Season of the Wish, but we're counting it as like it's like a bonus season in a way.
Yeah.
And fun fact, the Gauntlet is very good.
It is very fun.
It is very fun. Stay the fuck away from moth yards. Stay the fuck away from moth yards.
They dropped some more information this week on stuff that they talked about in, like, the initial stuff talking about Into the Light, as well as Final Shape.
All right, hit me with it, Danny.
So, first thing, they gave us a little bit more information on what Pantheon is.
All right.
Pantheon is a raid and raid encounter gauntlet, which will start at... It'll start with players at 5 power level below the encounters, which is fairly easy, and ramp up to contest difficulty at 20 power below.
Well, that's interesting.
It's going to have selectable difficulties, from what I've heard, as time goes on. And as the levels get harder, the rewards get better.
Okay.
Including adept raid weapons, deep sight raid weapons, and exotics from those raids.
Now, Pantheon is the boss rush, right?
Yep, which will be coming out on the 30th.
Yep, and that will be part of the free content.
Yep. And it'll be a way for people to to be able to farm raid weapons, because it'll have a series of bosses and encounters that will rotate each week until until Final Shape, something like that.
God, if I don't have to do the fucking Divinity quest, I would fucking cry. Oh my god.
That would be insane.
God, please do not make me do the Divinity quest. That fucking quest line fucking sucks.
Each one of these will also have a specific emblem tied to it.
Oh, okay.
So there is a special emblem for completing each boss. And it's pretty neat.
And is it randomly generated, or is it like a set boss each week?
I think it's a set rotation each week.
Okay, so kind of like how it was kind of like Dares, in that the random encounters like on the way to the main boss were like randomly generated, but the boss at the end was always the same that week.
It's kind of actually reminding me a little bit of like how Prison of Elders was in D1.
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
a little bit like that.
Yeah, now that I think about that, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It sounds fun. I like it. They've also announced that coming in the near future with Final Shape, they are updating the HUD. Specifically, the UI. So they had two things that they wanted to do in the Final Shape. They wanted to visually prioritize important buffs and increase the number of buffs that can be shown. So what they're doing is they're putting the buffs for mechanics and different abilities on the left side where they currently are. They're putting weapon-specific buffs and origin traits right above your super meter. So they're separated from your actual buffs. and debuffs are up near your health. So,
Ooh, I like that.
so they are also like mechanic-based things specifically are going to be up toward the top center of the screen, separated away from your personal buffs. So everything's going to be a little bit more clear. They're going to have some different symbols for everything, which they have a whole suite of new symbols for buffs and debuffs. It looks a lot cleaner. A lot cleaner.
Oof, Jesus, you roboted real fucking hard there.
Oh, but oh yeah, no, I'm seeing it now. There it is.
Oof.
There we go. Maybe,
Yep, you're clean now.
but yeah, they're cleaning up the UI and it looks pretty nice. On top of that, the other thing that they mentioned, they gave us an actual overview of what prismatic looks like. So I'm
Oh.
very excited, and I can actually like list these off.
Yeah,
So
please hit me with it.
Hunter is going to get the choice of the new Arc Super Storm's Edge, Golden Gun Marksman, Silence and Skull, Silk Strike, or Deadfall Shadow Shot. Starting out, which they did mention this, they listened to the feedback from the Lightfall campaign, and in Final Shape, after the first mission, you will have complete access to Prismatic. You do not have to complete the campaign. It is after the first mission, you will have the subclass. And you will start with... The Hunter will start with Golden Gun and Silence and Skull. The Titan will start with Thunder Crash and Blade Fury. And the Warlock will start with Cataclysm Nova Bomb and Winter's Wrath. But
What the fuck? So it's a combination of them?
it's you can mix and match any of the abilities that they have listed, which they have a few. It's not everything, but the reason being, I'm pretty sure this is them testing it to see how it works and to see how it's going to work in the sandbox, because this is absolutely something they started working on the minute that the delay was announced. This is something they added to Final Shape.
Yeah.
It was not there from the beginning. This is something they've made in that delay time.
Which is incredible, by the way.
Yeah, this is good stuff. And
Oh god, the robot.
Oh. That's fine.
Quick, chat! Danny became an automaton!
Oh goodness. But I'm not sure what's doing that, but anyways, they said that they wanted to take some of the lesser used stuff and kind of combine them together and have some synergies and see how it worked. I'm almost 100% sure Final Shape Prismatic is going to be the stepping stone, and they're probably going to add more to it over time. Because they said there are 21 fragments for it. In this little preview, they've only showed us 12. So...
Okay. I'm interested to see how we're going to be able to combine stuff.
My favorite part of this is specifically about Transcendence, because each class has a specific light and dark grenade combo when Transcendence is active.
Oh.
Like, Hunters get Stasis Solar in a Trip Mine, which is really interesting.
So they get the giant AoE freeze with explosions around it. If I'm correct, right?
It's a big stream of stasis to freeze, and then a big fire tornado afterwards.
Okay.
It's really cool. And Titans get Suspend and Jolt as a grenade, which is very good for crowd control. And Warlocks get Stasis Void for a grenade. Black Hole with Stasis Crystals.
You want to talk about crowd control, Danny?
Yeah, no, like, even the limited, like, selection that they have for Prismatic at the start, which I'm sure there's probably going to be more when Final Shape actually launches.
It'll be at some.
Combinations.
Well, yeah, and it'll be definitely stuff that they add along the way because I think you're right. I think this is something that they're going to add on to because it's the Guardians taking everything they've learned from both the light and the dark. And I wonder is that when after Final Shape, once we've gone, we've dealt with the Witness because we know the Witness is the raid in Final Shape. We've been told that. I wonder that after that, we will get to be able to fully customize setups with different abilities from all 5 of our different aspects.
This is the part that I'm really excited about because of that. There is one fragment that has been catching my eye.
Okay.
Called Facet of Bravery. Defeating targets with grenades grants volatile rounds to your void weapons. Defeating targets with powered melee final blows grants unraveling rounds to your strand weapons. There is literally just a fragment that has both volatile and unraveling.
That's a lot of debuffs.
And this one, powered melee hits against targets make you radiant. Powered melee final blows make both you and nearby allies radiant. That does not specifically say solar melees.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, the options they're giving you with these are so, like, versatile. And this is just a small portion. And the best part is they can tweak these and add more to them at any time because they're combinations of existing fragments as well as a few new ones.
That is certainly
excited.
Interesting.
On top of that, the other thing that I think some people like after seeing the initial like Final Shape trailer and then finding out, oh, we got these limited selections, people are forgetting that they also mentioned those exotic class items that are not limited by your own class's exotics.
Yep, they are part. I believe they're going to be in your bond slot, right?
Yep. And they're going to be able to have a selection of exotic traits from all classes. Like, for instance, you can have Star Eater scales on a Warlock. Which, for those that don't know, Star Eater scales, when you pick up Orbs of Power, it buffs the damage of your super. Based on how many stacks you have.
Wow.
Now, I do know that Cosmo said that the traits that they are taking from those aren't going to be, like, full strength.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because you're getting the benefit of 2 exotics at once. It's pretty strong.
That makes a lot of sense, and I get that.
Because, like, I know myself, one that I'm going to be looking for is to see if I can get Nighthawk Star Eater combo. Double stack the damage of the super.
Yeah. I'm very excited to see Nova Bomb with that. That might actually, now that I think about that, that might actually bring Skull of Ahamkara. Yeah, it might bring Skull of Ahamkara back into the meta after they fucking nerfed it in the dirt.
If you could get Skull Nezarix.
God! No, don't give me hope, Danny. Actually, hot take, I think I would rather have Nezarix Controverse hold.
That's fair.
Because here's the thing, I think that they're gonna, for the bonds, I don't think they're gonna give generic. Well, I mean, actually, no. They might just make generics because the one that Star Eater is just if you pick up Orb of Power, your super does more damage. So what you could do is you could have Controverse hold Verity's Brow.
Yep.
Which fucking terrifies me.
I was just thinking about that.
Because I'm like, I know, man.
In the preview they had Ophidian Aspect Star Eater, which they showed the Ophidian, which all it does is just increase your, like, weapon ready speed in that one. So it's like, if they have that...
Oh, well, wait, hold on.
They're going to have some general use exotics in there, too.
Well, I was going to say, with you doing... I mean, the combination of... You could always have your super between Star Eater and Mantle of Battle Harmony.
Yep. Or, potentially, and I am actually kind of hoping that they do this, there is a chance that we could have Actium War Rig on non-Titans. We can spread the love of never having to reload an auto rifle.
You know what? Warlocks deserve it. I want to spray with Sweet Business.
It would be so fun. And I look forward to actually seeing the full list, because so far they have not mentioned that it's limited to a certain number of exotics. So I'm hoping they have like a whole list of half strength, or at least like partial strength exotic perks from all of the current exotics just thrown in that list.
Well, and we'll see definitely as the weeks go on leading up to it, of like all this stuff that will be available, because the devs have been very good about teasing us just enough with more info.
Yeah, and considering that it is coming out in June, we're probably gonna hear a lot about it relatively soon.
Yeah, I have a feeling. You know what? Let's pick some dates here, Danny. When do you? Because every time there's a new season, there's always a date that's a big reveal, and normally it's roughly about 2 weeks out. Now, what day is it getting released in June?
Let me take a look.
Because they do the TWAB on what, Tuesdays?
It's coming out the 4th.
Okay, so it's coming out on a Tuesday. So I predict that the big update is going to show up on May 21st.
Probably. We're gonna get like the first little like tidbits of information, then probably.
And then we'll get the big brunt on the 28th.
Yeah.
Because they're going to give us a bunch of they're going to give us the shit the week before. They always do. They always give us the, hey, here's fucking everything, right? Here's like everything that's available. Like, it's just go, 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 and that, boy. Because they want to get us hyped. Like, they want to get us hyped for the fucking final shape. I mean, it's the end of the fucking saga.
Yep, it's the end of Light and Dark, and then it's what they have in store next.
Yeah.
Which, Luke Smith actually popping back up was wild.
Luke Smith.
Because Luke Smith handed off, like, the creative lead a while ago.
Oh, right. He was the one that wrote about that, yeah.
Seeing him pop back up in the final shape showcase, saying, it's not the end of Destiny 2, and it's certainly not the end of Destiny. They're cooking something up. And that has me very excited. Because I think what they're doing with Final Shape and the episodes is testing some framework. So I think, right now, I think they're actually in a point where they either have a new game engine ready to go, or are working on a new engine, and are either going to do the process of switching things over to that engine, or we could finally be getting a Destiny continuation on a not spaghetti code engine.
Yeah.
which either way is something I think the game really does need. And I'm interested to see what they've been working on. Because that's honestly all Destiny really needs. Is just an engine overhaul, which I think would fix a lot of the problems. Because, let's be honest, the engine Destiny 2 is currently running on is a modified version of Halo Reach's engine. And, it's been a bit. It's been out for a little while.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, that's basically all that they have so far. They'll probably let us know a little bit more in the coming week, and we'll get a definitive layout of what Pantheon's going to be probably next week.
Yeah, like I'm very excited. I was just looking up stuff for the new stuff, and I'm like, good God, I'm so excited. Like, this new content update has been an absolute fucking blessing. Cause I mean, it's we're not low on content for like game wise, like all so many other games, right? There's so many good games.
There's a lot.
And I think, and here's the thing: despite all the layoffs from all of the several gaming companies, I think that this has gone actually for the better because all the gaming companies have realized, oh, we actually need to make better quality again.
Like, the biggest thing was how the Game Awards went, honestly. The number of, well, what most people would consider AAA games kind of getting snubbed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for Game of the Year, I mean, well, the candidates. Just look at the candidates alone.
Mm-hmm.
All indies.
Yep.
Hold on. Who were all nominations?
They weren't all indies.
All nominations for Gaming Awards. What was it, 2023?
Yes. So it was Baldur's Gate, Alan Wake 2, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Tears of the Kingdom, Resident Evil 4,
Gran Turismo
and
7.
Spider-Man 2.
Okay. Oh, I'm taking a look at something else.
So, Baldur's Gate was literally that was the smallest studio.
Yeah, and
out of all the nominees,
they crushed it.
Yep.
I mean, I'll say it once and we'll say it again, right? Like, Baldur's Gate 3 was is a phenomenal fucking game.
And the other thing is that Spider-Man 2 literally didn't get a single award that whole night.
Yeah. Which is crazy because Spider-Man 2 is produced by
Insomniac and Sony.
Yup.
And Alan Wake being made by Remedy and produced by Epic. Just seeing how many smaller studios got the awards this year was great.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at the lists, right? Like, and I mean, and there were some great ones in here, like Alan Wake 2, right? That's a good one. Resident Evil 4 by Capcom. Well, here's my only issue with Resident Evil 4 is that it was a remake.
Yep.
So, in my opinion, if you're a remake, you shouldn't be up for the award. You should have a separate category for Best Remake of the Year. Because I think we should have more remakes.
Yeah.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder, I'm going to be completely honest, I'm surprised that it was even up there on the list. But
honestly, I understand why it was up there, because they actually did something that Nintendo doesn't normally do, and they did something kind of different with a Mario game.
And it was, from what I heard, it was fun.
Yeah. I mean, some of the bits of it kind of looked like you were playing through an acid trip, but
I mean, come on. You're an Italian plumber eating shrooms trying to save a princess from a walking, talking fucking turtle with spikes on its shell. Super Mario is a trip. Like, have you really thought about it, Danny? Like, Mario and Luigi are literally just on an acid trip on their way to go to Mario's girlfriend's house.
Yeah, that's fair. But just like, I will say that, like, just looking through the list of all of these awards, seeing how many times Baldur's Gate popped up and won, or how many things tied to Baldur's Gate won an award.
Yeah. I mean, best game direction was Alan Wake.
Yeah.
Like,
Which, like, it makes sense. Remedy's a really good studio.
yeah, Alan Wake won best narrative.
Because they've done Alan Wake, they've done Control.
Alan Wake was best art direction. What the fuck? That's 3 awards. Final Fantasy XIV for best score music. I mean, it's also really hard to beat Final Fantasy's music. It's so good.
Final Fantasy, specifically 14, has a very dedicated community and
Masayoshi Soken. Masayoshi Soken is an absolute fucking gangster. Audio design actually won by to Hi-Fi Rush from Tango Gameworks and Bethesda Softworks, which nobody saw that one coming.
Hi-Fi Rush is a game I do need to play because I have seen the soundtrack for it, and it came out of nowhere. Had like
it's a lot like Jet Set Radio Future, isn't it?
It's a rhythm-based beat 'em up.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, and it literally just showed up out of nowhere. Had like little to no press for it whatsoever. Just appeared on Xbox one day, and it exploded.
Yeah.
Because it's a good game. And a lot of games, I think the past like few months even, there have been games that have just come out that have been like, yeah, no, they're just good games. Like, honestly, as controversial of a start as it has, Pal World has really like helped a lot with the game industry.
It's
been like
showing that nobody fucking cares if you're basically a ripoff.
It's like the main thing with them was the team behind it hadn't made a game before. They even admitted to that. That's their first like actual project. And it does kind of show. It's a little rough around the edges in a few places. But the core idea behind why they made it is what I think made it more interesting for most people, because they literally just said they wanted to make a game that was just fun for the sake of being fun. And that's what more games really should be.
Yeah, like the whole point.
Helldivers.
Yeah, it's a stupid shoot 'em up game.
Yeah, it's like
as it should be.
The whole premise of it, it's like they literally just made Starship Troopers slightly better than the actual branded Starship Troopers game.
I mean, you're not wrong. Also, Starship Troopers is a gem of a fucking movie.
There's so many more of them than I thought that there were.
Oh yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them. I've only ever seen number 1.
I think there's 5.
How many Starship Trooper movies are there? You know what?
There's also the animated ones.
I didn't even know there was animated ones.
Yeah, they're like CGI. But
5. There are 5 Starship Trooper movies.
Yeah.
Because there's 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Starship Troopers Invasion, and then there's Starship Troopers Traitor of Mars, which was in 2017. What?
Yep.
Starship Troopers Invasion was in 2012, because OG Starship Troopers is 1997. Then number 2, Starship Troopers Hero of the Federation was 2004, and Starship Troopers 3 Marauder was 2008. Because I think OG Starship Troopers has... Yeah, this is the one with Neil Patrick Harris.
Yep.
And it's got Denise Richards in it.
Oh yeah, no, like the cast for the original is like you have to like do a double take for it, honestly, because you're like, they were in this movie?
Yeah. Well, nobody fucking gave a shit about it. Like, look at the
Yeah.
numbers. IMDb, it's got a 7.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes has a 72%. Metacritic has a 52%. Like, it's wild.
Like,
I've only ever seen number one, because in my opinion, if you're going to watch a Starship Troopers movie, it's got to be number one. It's OG, every day, all day. You have to go watch the original. It,
yeah.
like, and it's so funny because like, the people who are like defending Super Earth and like outside of the game, obviously, like talking about like the fascism and whatnot, because I think it's fucking hysterical, the conversation. I'm like, wow, y'all clearly have never seen Starship Troopers before.
It's literally the exact same. It's like the whole premise of it is to be so over the top with propaganda that it's just goofy. Like, that is the whole point of it.
Yeah. It is fucking wild. And again, it's a great fucking movie. It's a phenomenal fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, I would even argue that it's semi-satire, too.
It absolutely is. That was the whole point of it.
Yeah.
It's the whole point of it.
Like, it's probably one of the best one of the best? I'd say it's a top 10 satire for sure.
It's absolutely up there.
Yeah, it's definitely a top 10 satire, because we also have to put in the Scary Movies, at least Scary Movie number 1 up there, because Scary Movie number 1 is so fucking good. And in hot take, Danny, I still think to this day the best satire still has to be Blazing Saddles.
I was gonna say, like, a lot of the Mel Brooks movies really are. Like, that was kind of his whole thing, is he was making a statement with the movies by putting them literally out in the open in the most satirical way possible.
Yeah, like, they're fucking ridiculous. Like, and if I remember correctly, I could have this information wrong, because my dad told me this a long time ago, but I think that Blazing Saddles is the first colored movie to actually have the N-word in it.
I believe it is.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly as well, the whole purpose behind, like, why he wanted to make the movies was to, like, break down a lot of the barriers in Hollywood.
Yeah. Well,
it was real bad.
Well, yeah, because Blazing Saddles was... Oh, God, when did Blazing Saddles come out? Blazing Saddles was 1974.
Yep.
That was the era of spaghetti westerns, which is where the whole thing takes place.
Yep.
Like, that's crazy. I mean, also, the fucking names in this list, right? Because Mel Brooks not only directed it, he played the governor.
Yep. He was in a lot of his movies. Like, he's in Blazing Saddles, he's in Spaceballs, he's in I want to say he's in what's the other one? Part of me wants to say Young Frankenstein, but I don't like 50-50.
I think so. Well, then there's also History of the World.
Yep.
There's also Animal House, Airplane. Like, I mean, just listen to this cast: Mel Brooks, Gene Wilder, Cleavon Little, Madeline Kahn, Harvey Korman, Alex Karras, Slim Pickens, Robin Hilton, Tom DeLuise, Burton Gilliam, John Hillerman. Like, that's fucking cracked!
Yeah.
Like, they had an insane all-star cast. Like, it's so good. It's so good. I mean, shit, and the screenplay was also helped by Richard Pryor.
Yep.
Like, brother, that's insane. Like, Richard Pryor is a comedic fucking genius when it comes to fucking, like, all the shit that he's ever done. Like, he's a comedic genius with his setup.
Like, if you ever wanted to find, like, some of the best comedians of the time, you would always look for a Mel Brooks casting.
Yeah. I mean, and even now, like, I'm glad that the movies are made, because they really just show how fucking ridiculous Hollywood was.
Yeah, no, that was the whole point of like a lot of the movies. It's like, yeah, on the surface, they're comedies, but once you like look at them a little bit, and you start digging a little bit, you're like, oh, yeah, he's really not even hiding the things that he's pointing out.
Exactly. Yeah, there's just some good fucking scenes. I still think my favorite Blazing Saddles meme is the when he holds out his hand and it's still. He goes, "Well, that's not so bad," and then he goes, "Oh no, this one's my shooting hand," and it's just the other hand just like violently shaking. It's so good. Also, Gene Wilder, just God rest his soul.
Gene Wilder was a great actor.
Oh, great! One of the greats of his time. I mean, we've lost a lot of really good actors in the past 15 to 20 years. It's a shame.
Yep.
But, you have any other topics?
I think that's about it for me.
All right. Well, you know what? I think we could call this one a little bit early then, Danny. How does that sound?
Yeah, I think we're good. Let's see what the next week has in store.
I know we've getting bangers after bangers after bangers. So I'm excited. So with that being said, to everyone watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for stopping by. We both really appreciate it. We both hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh wait, no, I forgot. We gotta link our socials. Fuck, Danny, where can they find you? Fuck.
You can find me on Twitch and YouTube at CatboxDanny.
Oh my god, I was about to forget our socials. God damn it. You can also find me on Twitch and YouTube at DominiteFox or on Twitter at DominiteFox1. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate y'all watching it. It allows us to be able to continue to do this. And always remember, don't be a fucking sweat lord. We'll see you guys next time.